Daab of Daab Creative, and I want you to subscribe to Raze Chaos.
Welcome back, everybody. My name is Raze Chaos. You've made it back to my channel, and hopefully I have made it back from C2E2. I am filming this before I even leave. I think I mentioned that in a previous video. Filming this beforehand because basically this video is due to come back up about the time Raze is coming home, and there's no way he's going to be able to film and put together the video in time to get this up on the schedule that is basically of Raze's choosing and is only held accountable by Raze. But still, if you can't maintain a schedule you yourself create, what good are you?
I don't need a schedule, Sir S.H.A.D.E. I'm not your prisoner, so open the freaking door.
This is past Raze. This is Raze from like a week ago. Still excited to go to C2E2, as opposed to where the present Raze is probably passed out face down somewhere. Probably making horrible noises in his sleep. He's probably, we're not going to go into what he's probably doing right now. Because, we don't want to go there.
Oh, jeez, Paddy again. All right.
You crashed the wrong whorehouse.
But what we do have, what Raze did specifically save for this video, is he wanted to go running back to the Creature Commandos once again, and in this case, he grabbed the Bride.
We call her the Bride.
Which, after watching the Creature Commandos series, this was another one, just like Nina a couple weeks ago. This was, while she did make an appearance in the Seven Soldiers of Victory miniseries that Grant Morrison did years ago in like 2006. Raze had never really looked into it because Raze is not a big fan of Grant Morrison and didn't really care to see what he did to, it was the Seven Soldiers of Victory, Frankenstein. So Raze didn't go into that. Raze is a big fan of the Frankenstein franchise, the original book, the Universal Studios monsters, loves all of that stuff. Really didn't care to find out what Grant Morrison's opinion or interpretation was because, Raze kind of doesn't really enjoy a lot of what he does. Not saying he hates everything he does, but he tends to, more times than not, Raze just doesn't tend to enjoy Grant Morrison that much. But I digress. So he missed when in 2006 when he brought the Bride into the Seven Soldiers, and then they really kind of fleshed her out much later on in the Flashpoint, which, as we all know, Raze really didn't like that at all. And then they did the Rebirth, then they did the New 52. She was brought more prominently there, and then she bringing back the Creature Commandos, they brought her along as well, because in that series there was a company called an organization called S.H.A.D.E, which basically kind of was a placeholder for the Creature Commandos, I guess you'd say. That was the one that headed under until it got lobbed in with Task Force M under Amanda Waller and became part of her commando groups, I guess you'd say. Suicide Squad is Task Force X. Creature Commandos is Task Force M. And apparently Amanda Waller has basically got a whole catalog of task forces out there that she can send out. But yeah, the Bride wasn't one of the original Creature Commandos from way back. So yeah, Raze didn't really follow her into the follow her return or revamp when that happened, because it was a revamp of the Creature Commandos, and when Raze saw that they weren't doing the same old characters, he didn't really care to take a look. Raze now regrets that, having seen the Creature Commandos animated series, and quickly fell in love with the Bride. The original version that they put out, as far as the Bride goes, before the Flashpoint paradox, before the whole before the rebirth, and all that, it's basically was her continuing on the path of instead of being destroyed like she is in the actual, the novel Frankenstein, she basically, that she's thought destroyed, I believe, and she believes that Victor Frankenstein and his creation have essentially, died up in the Arctic Circle. And so she basically kind of does her own thing, and, since she is like a patchwork creature, like the Universal Studios monsters version of Frankenstein is, she gets she's abducted by a Swami, the Red Swami or something like that, and gets a couple other arms attached to her. And, she basically is not very prominent in the DC universe. But we're going to go ahead and put this guy away and talk about what happens when she is more prominent in the DC universe.
Bride, how'd you get down here?
I walked down the stairs.
No one tried to stop you?
We're here to protect them. Why would they stop me?
As they have it in the comics, she, just like Nina, she's a lot different in the comics than she is. A lot of her history is a lot different in the comics than it is in the animated series. Like I said, in the comics, she kind of follows the path of the original source material, being the novel. She is she's reunited with the Frankenstein monster, who is a character in DC. And when she is, confronted with this situation, while she does admit that they were an item at one point, he was never really her type. So she's she really doesn't want to have anything to do with him.
Looks like the gene pool was above ground and inflatable, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Later on, there is a storyline that hints that the two of them did get together and have a child.
Well, birth is always horrible. God's gift to humans is he lets you forget it.
Which is which is an older DC character known as the Spawn of Frankenstein, which was actually the spawn of the monster, which was the title that they used in the comics. That's what they actually called the Frankenstein monster, was the Spawn of Frankenstein. In this case, they're actually talking about these two, the monster and the bride, getting together and having a spawn. But apparently it was murderous and crazy, and Frankenstein monster actually had to take it out, which apparently doesn't endear her to him that much more. I don't, like I said, haven't read that stuff, so I'm not quite sure how that works.
Can it, Ghost Rider?
But what Raze did do was he did watch the Creature Commandos animated series, and this character jumped out because she is hysterical.
Thank you. She means to say thank you.
No, I don't mean anything of the sort.
You see in the continuity of the show, while she is made for the monster, she's actually charmed and by the creator. By they have a different name for him in the animated series, because obviously you couldn't do Frankenstein. That's why they call her the bride and not the Bride of Frankenstein. But basically her creator essentially takes a shine to her and kind of gives her gifts and whatnot and that kind of thing, and just really doesn't want to have anything to do with the monster at all, which he does make an appearance in the Creature Commandos animated series, and there is a full-on confrontation between the two of them in that show, which is honestly one of the better aspects of the show, which Raze loved that show, so there weren't too many bad things about it. But love her attitude, and it really it pushes Raze to actually go and find more of her comic book stuff.
Save it for hell, you stalker piece of shit.
Because he enjoyed the version that he saw on the screen, which, it happens. Sometimes something will catch Raze's attention. It's just not usually done in DC. Usually Raze knows what's going on there, but when you factor in the relaunch, the New 52, that kind of crap, that's Raze's blind spot. He's said it before, he'll say it again. That's his blind spot, so he has missed out on some stuff there. It's kind of cut his information pipeline, and while he does like to look into everything, there are still like gray spots that he hasn't been able to fill in since then, which is fine, because honestly, filling it in is just getting more of what he loves. So no complaints here. But yeah, I really enjoyed the Bride, and by the end of the series, they essentially have her, or the animated series, they essentially have it looking as if she is going to be the leader of the Creature Commandos, which naturally they leave it open for a sequel, a continuation. The Creature Commandos was the second thing that was basically done under James Gunn's taking control of the DC movie universe. I don't know how to Filmation universe. The first was the second season of the Peacemaker, and then it was Creature Commandos, and of course this all ties into the Superman movie, the Supergirl movie that's coming, the Clayface movie that's coming, just all the Lantern series that's coming. Yeah, just all kinds of stuff to look forward to with this new gun universe. I don't know what you want to call it. But it's really looking exciting from every aspect. But the idea of maybe getting live action versions of some of the Creature Commandos, that is extremely tempting.
Let's go kill a princess.
The voice actress they have for her is absolutely perfect. Her quips and her lack of interest just absolutely impressed me, because she really does not care. She is a walking corpse.
You look like the boss. Tell them to pretend like we're not here, or I will blow your head off.
Okay, maybe don't blow her head off.
Yes, blow her head off.
She's not interested in, she's like, what has the world ever done for me? Her creator, has abandoned her, or, was taken from her, which was her love. And if you go with the comics, it's just like she's had a kid and it's been killed, and, she was never asked to be created.
Science isn't so forgiving.
But she's more than likely just basically been forced to assume different roles, and she's grown quite the attitude from that.
You said I wasn't a monster.
Well, I was lying, because I'm a bitch.
And honestly, some of the biggest laughs Raze had from that series came from The Bride.
Where are they?
They're gone!
S.H.A.D.E and the Sons of Themyscira?
Yes!
They're gone?
That's what I said!
Then why were you screaming?
I wanted you to get the damn tape off my mouth!
Where is...
And looking forward to seeing more of her, looking forward to getting into going back and seeing where she is in the comics, and seeing if that version of her holds up to Raze's expectations from what the animated series gave. Yeah, there's no way around just how much Raze has enjoyed this character since it's come out, and really a kind of a surprise. Raze really wasn't. Raze is always skeptical about new characters, especially ones that are derivative from older characters, which obviously there was always a version of Frankenstein in the DC universe, but whether it was Solomon Grundy, whether it was, well, Solomon Grundy was the most likely candidate, but like the fact that they did have a version of the Frankenstein monster in there was, okay, so to get a interpreted version of a literary figure and then have a derivative character off of that is just a little bit too far away from, being homegrown in the DC universe like Raze prefers.
Grow a pair feet.
But this one was a pleasant surprise. Easily became, well, honestly, Raze enjoyed all of the characters in there. But yeah, I think Raze has gone on enough about this. We're going to go ahead and take this one out and have a look at her.
What the fuck?
Here we have her, and oh my goodness, this is an absolutely great representation of the version that is in the animated series anyway. I love how they've got the hair done up and everything. You've got the patchwork version, like even on her face, you could tell that this is a being that's been stitched together. I loved the long coat. I thought that was an excellent look for her. The boots look great. Yeah, this is just a great figure all the way around. And yeah, love the detail. They kept some of the classic Universal Studios look to her, but other than that, like this isn't the version you saw in the movie, the black and white movie, most definitely. So yeah, this is absolutely great. Definitely a new favorite for Raze, and Raze loves discovering a new character that he gets to dive into. Yeah, so much fun. Great series. I do hope that there is a second season of the Creature Commandos, and Raze is looking forward to digging into that. But I'm interested in to hear what you think about it. I mean, are you familiar? Are you more familiar than Raze is to the newer version of the Bride in DC Comics? Be it the reboot version of her, the Grant Morrison version, the Flashpoint version, or the current post-rebirth, current continuity version of her. Raze would be interested to know, like, has Raze been missing out on this all this time, or is his discovery through the Creature Commandos animated series just the perfect timing and the perfect version for him? Love to know any and all of that. So let me know in the comments below what you think. Raze is probably going to Raze is probably not even going to see comments today because he's probably going to be sleeping a lot.
I think we'll hang here till the heat is off.
But maybe he will. So if you want to hit me up in the comments, Raze is happy to talk to you there. But otherwise, Raze is going to go ahead and get out of here now because he's still got packing to do. Hope you have a great day, but never forget that life is full of odd moments. You never know when you're going to be defined.